right, welcome back to Sunrise. It is 6:15 in the morning and it's now time for the Friday headlines with our girl, TK. Good morning.
She's a headline queen for life. Gonna tell us the headlines like something.
We need to work on this.
She's headlines. Just for headlines.
Make it stop.
I'm done.
Great morning, ladies. Great to have you. Great to have you.
Good to see you as
instead of the
usual.
gentlemen. You know? All right, let's jump into it. Great morning. Here are the headlines. So over and over again, the Rio Cobre polluted. Residents of Bog Walk in St. Catherine are again searching for answers, fearing reliance on the Rio Cobre could be disrupted. Protesters were peacefully out on Wednesday to bring attention to the concerning observations around the river's pollution as a milky-looking substance struggling to dissolve into the 346-meter deep water source. Residents believe that the flow may be coming from distribution company Seprod Limited in Bog Walk. Leading the protesters is president of the Friends of Rio Cobre group, Kestonard Gordon, who says these acts must be sanctioned. Seprod Limited CEO Richard Pandohie, however, suggests the allegations are misplaced. He explains that his entity would never jeopardize the very source of contribution to their products and emphasize that the company still uses its water treatment plant. NEPA CEO Leonard Francis is asking groups not to place blame on any given company until investigations are complete.
Well, one thing is for sure, investigations have to happen to know the actual source. But in general, can we just talk about how I find that we just need to have a greater... There needs to be an upholding of what needs to happen and an order when things go wrong. Like too often people are not held to account when they mess up. And it happens a lot across corporate. So for example, I mean, I know it's not the same thing, but it's similar. Along East King's House Road, there's a vehicle, there's a big trailer thing, tractor thing broken down for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. Who is the company responsible? Why are they not paying fines every single day that it is there? Because it just can't sit down there and we are all swerving to avoid it because why? Because it just goes so. So in this similar instance, if you have a plant and the waste is not being you know, disposed of accordingly, where are the penalties? Who is going to be sanctioned? There must be penalty for it. Must be.
And proper investigation, as you said. That is unacceptable.
It's unacceptable.
That is completely unacceptable. That's a huge blunder, and I hope that whoever's fault it is, that it gets figured out ASAP.
The investigations should be happening, and remember, we can't point any fingers yet because you know the investigations are pending.
But my issue is, when these things are happening, there must be serious repercussions.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
But we can't say this though, and also be the people who are throwing oil down our drains too, right? So how are we also disposing of our waste? And it actually matters because it also goes back out too. So you know,
I'm actually shocked anybody who put oil down a drain.
People do it. People do it. That's not the right place to put it.
All right, let me bring you guys up now. Feel Good Friday. I think they need it. Let's do it. Let's do the Feel Good Friday headline quick.
Is it a feel good? Okay, great. I got excited.
Humanity wins. So
Okay,
yes. Is that okay with you, Tabby? Okay, great. So on the highway, the I-94 in Minnesota, a team of Good Samaritans and highway rescue personnel banded together to save a stranger trapped unconscious inside a burning car. The dash camera footage shows 5 or 6 people pulling over and leaping out of their cars after an SUV runs off the highway and bursts into flames. They fail in their team effort to open the doors due to the highway guardrail as the flames got worse. A member of the Minnesota Department of Transportation's Freeway Incident Response Safety Team, formerly called the Highway Helper, arrived in time to smash the window and pull the man out to safety. The State Patrol is grateful that the driver is okay due to the heroic actions of the individuals who stopped to help, says Lieutenant Jill Frankfurth, as he told the Star Tribune. The actions of those who pulled this motorist from the burning car demonstrates the importance and willingness of people throughout Minnesota looking out for each other. And we're thankful everyone remained safe, end quote. So thankful. So see, what could have been much, much, much worse was, you know, made okay. Thanks to the good actions.
Y'all need to put a trigger warning. I can't. I'm halfway off the chair. Woo. child, that was a lot.
Feel Good Friday.
Let me tell you something. The people who actually went up to that vehicle, they are a different type of person in this world. Like, those are the people we need, because if me say I care upon fire, me I think I'll kind of something, right?
I'm counting down to the explosion.
Exactly. So to run towards the danger to save somebody else, thank God for people like that. So yeah, God bless them.
There's a place.
Yes.
No, all right. We're going to stop it immediately. Focus. We're going to wrap things up, however. We have our Feel Good Friday headline. This morning we have a special guest joining us for headlines. President of the Jamaica Federation of Women, Dr. Paulette McGregor. She's here to tell us about, ooh, you see I like it. So she's here to tell us about a very special event that you should be a part of this Saturday. Women Walk the World. Welcome to Sunrise.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
It's so good to have you. Okay, so tell us about the event before we even hear about your organization. Tell us about the event. When is it? Where is it? How does it work? How do we get involved?
Okay, it is tomorrow morning, and we're walking at the Police Officers Club. And it's just to make persons aware of what Jamaica Federation of Women do and all we do. We're not different from the Lions or the Ostomites or the other persons. What we do, we try to uplift the women who are sometimes downtrodden, sometimes don't know what it is to do to lead a decent life. And this is where we come in.
Okay, so we can just, as somebody who's interested in coming to the event, we just come to the Police Officers Club. Is there a cost? Is there a
No, just come and walk with us. That's all we ask.
Oh, wow.
Right? And we are like a nice little church. If you have a little thing, you can put in a condensed thing. you can put a little thing there. We're not asking you for anything. Because what we use that money to do is to buy medical equipment and do simple blood sugar, blood pressure checks for ladies who can't afford. And when we do blood pressure checks and this sort of thing, can you imagine somebody's normal blood pressure is 120 over 70, 75, they're 120, 80. And it is 200 over 100 and something.
You're running the risk of a stroke.
Yes, and she's just walking around and...
Have no idea.
No idea. You know, until we say, no, look, I need to even take her to the hospital. You know, that's what we do.
So what time are you starting?
It's 6 o'clock in the morning.
6 a.m.
Yes. And we just walk. We walk with a little banner, Jamaica Federation of Women. And, you know, we come out of it's a sort of sophisticated senior citizens ladies who has done reasonably well for themselves. And we're trying to make other women be aware of how they can live decent lives.
So, Doc, do you help the senior citizens? Because surely you're not one of the senior citizens.
Thank you for that compliment. You know? Yes, thank you. 15 going on 16.
But quickly, we mentioned women, it's about women, it's put on by women, but men can come as well. I just want the men to know. Men were not fighting
No, the men can come and support us. They can come and support us.
Awesome, thank you so much.
You are most welcome.
Lovely. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, please come on. Just come and have a Police Officers Club from 6 to 8.
Perfect. Sounds good. Thank you so much. And thank you, TK, for our headlines this morning. Absolutely. On the other side of the break, it's time for R to the E to the A to the C to the D. React. We'll be right back.